This is querer, to want, present sentences. Now let me say right up front, querer is an irregular verb in the present tense. This E turns into IE in all forms except the we form. So it's what I call a boot verb or a stem changing verb. So it's quiero. Now if you don't know those 5 forms, before you attempt this clip, please go back and watch the clip labeled querer present forms. Okay, because if you don't know the present forms, you won't be successful with these sentences. Now, I'm going to say each of these sentences in English, then Spanish, and then clap. And after I clap, I'd like you guys to repeat just the Spanish with me, okay? Number 1, I want a good book. Yo quiero un buen libro. Yo quiero un buen libro. Number 2, I want to read a good book. Yo quiero leer un buen libro. Yo quiero leer un buen libro. Number 3, the boys want the tacos. Los chicos quieren los tacos. Los chicos quieren los tacos. And number 4, the boys want to eat. Los chicos quieren comer. Los chicos quieren comer. Now, number 1, you expect it to be yo quiero uno bueno libro. But notice, uno shortens down to un, and bueno shortens down to buen when they're followed by one male thing. What are the only 3 common adjectives that go in front of nouns? Uno, bueno, malo. Remember, adjectives generally follow except for uno, bueno, malo. And what are the only 3 adjectives that shorten when they're followed by one male thing? Uno shortens down to un, bueno shortens down to buen, and malo shortens down to mal. If you need more practice with that, I've just typed in uno, bueno, malo, there's a clip. Now, how are we going to remember that libro is book? Well, everybody say library. Library. If you want a book, a great place to go is the library. So I want a libro. Well, why don't you go to the library? Now, this is I want a good book. This is I want to read a good book. Now, which sounds better? I read a good book, or I want to read a good book? I want to read. Now remember, anytime in English you hear to, when you hear the word to, like to read, you don't chop and glue. So anytime you see to, the verb is going to end in AR, ER, IR. How are we going to remember that Lear is to read? Everybody say King Lear. King Lear. It's a tragedy written by William Shakespeare. And when I was in school, we had to read King Lear. Say that. When I was in school, we had to read King Lear. So leer is to read. Now, the boys want the tacos. Now, notice, again, it's a boot verb, so the E turns into IE, IE, IE. Okay? And notice it's IE, it's not EI. Why? Because in Spanish, the E turns into IE. I'm sorry, in Spanish it's always IE except for what 4 words? What are the only 4 common words that are EI? Everybody, 6, 20, 30, and baseball. So it's los chicos quieren los tacos. And finally, the boys want to eat. And here too, which sounds better? The boys want they eat, or the boys want to eat? See the word to? Anytime in English you hear the word to, in Spanish you're not going to chop and glue. So if you hear to in English, the verb in Spanish is going to end in 2 letters. It's either going to end in AR, ER, or IR. This has been querer, to want, present sentences.